It says now streaming live on Facebook.
Oh, how wonderful. So we're there. We're there. Fantastic. Well, let me introduce my good friend, Greet Selderslaghs, if I pronounce that even close to being correct.
Yeah, it's fine.
I have so much trouble with my Dutch and with Belgian names as well. So Greet is coming to us from Belgium, and she has done our programs in the life planning community. She's been very, very interested in the Golden Civilization conversations and in the concept, and has done I think she called it a freelance one on the beach with some good friends and with a community in Belgium. I wanted to find out how that went. But she's just a wonderful person. She's a writer. She's a coach. She does many wonderful things, has a wonderful family. Greet, tell us more.
Well, thank you, George. Thank you for that lovely introduction. I feel very honored to be here with you and with the rest of the world. Indeed, I've been holding, well, a very informal, let's say, Golden Civilization conversation with a group of spiritual people. We actually did it on the beach. Someone said, oh, why don't, yes, this was a great idea. Oh, yes, let's do it now, right here, right now. Let's talk about a vision for a new world. And we did. But I didn't take any notes because I didn't have a pad or anything. It was just a pleasant thing to do with this group. And what we did do in the evening, because this is a group which is meeting on Facebook in the mornings and in the evenings, 7 o'clock in the morning. Wow. I'm usually not there 7 o'clock, it's very early for me, but 10 o'clock, yes. And we send intentions to the world, to problems. We address specific problems in the world, like Australian bushfires, for instance, or the pollution of the sea, or may also be something personal, a person who has a problem with someone, an illness or something, and we concentrate, we come together at a certain time, and we concentrate for 10 minutes on this particular issue or problem or challenge, and then we inform the others what we have experienced. Wow. So that evening, after the morning on the beach, we are concentrated and we were all sending our thoughts to a golden civilization.
Oh, wow, wonderful. And do you remember what some of those thoughts were?
No, I can't. I'm very sorry. This was February this year. So,
oh, okay.
Yes, a lot of water has come through the sea, we say, or through the river, we say in Flemish. But it was nice to do so. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so, Greet, I am coming back your way in I think April or May. Maybe we could do one together in Belgium when I come.
Yes, that's a great idea. April, May, yeah, that should be fine. Yes.
Yeah. So keep me posted, and that would be a lot of fun to do.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, you have other thoughts as well that you wanted to share, I think, about golden civilization, and well, I mean, the challenge that we raise is, what does it look like, and then how can we make it happen quickly? Like we do in life planning, we make it happen just in a matter of months or at most a year or two. How do we make a golden civilization happen in a matter of a single generation? How would we do that? And what would it look like?
Well, it would look like, well, it's beyond words really what it would look like. It would be so wonderful to make this happen. Yeah. But how to is something else, because one of the things I'm very active with is something called Biodanza. Some people may have heard of it because it's something which is also worldwide, and with the basic idea of helping create a better world with deeper connections between people, more authenticity.
Is that if that were translated in English, would it all still stay Biodanza, or does it change?
People tend to pronounce it Biodanza.
Biodanza, okay.
Yes.
Very good.
You will find millions of hits because there's teachers everywhere. You can train everywhere to become a teacher yourself. But it's been around already since over 50 years.
Wow.
And I think we're now at a point where we can we're about to reach a critical point where it's becoming mainstream, because I don't know about the States, but in Belgium, yoga has already become mainstream.
Oh yeah.
Very popular. And we want a similar thing for Biodanza to happen.
Yeah.
But there are the challenges. It's about real contact between people. Yoga you do on your own. Biodanza is you connect with people, you look people into the eyes, you hold their hands and so on. You move together, you dance together, and because it's done in a very organic way, with depth, because you touch upon, say, the archetypes, for instance. It's based on research on how the body functions and so on.
Wow.
So it's something with a very deep physical and also emotional impact.
Yeah.
But it has been taking many years already to have this spread around the globe, and we're still working on it. So even the emphasis there is more on the personal development, not so much on the global, I'd say. Though we do, there's a lot of transcendence involved, and we do talk about, well, not just love for oneself or the other and the world. We talk about the whole, and it has ecology in it as at its very basis as well. Wow. Very important, huh? Wow. But we're still trying to find a way to make it happen and to strengthen the movement.
Yeah. So what would typically happen in a meeting, in a group gathering together? What would occur?
Well, there wouldn't be many words apart from at the beginning, where people can share how they feel, if they want to, and then we dance. And there's active dances, and there's more gentle dances, active dances at the start and more gentle at the end. As a coincidence, my next class tomorrow evening is going to be about opening our heart to the world. Oh. And we are going to, like one of the exercises will be, we're going to imagine that we have a ball of energy in our hands, and we can play with it. And we do this standing in a circle. And after a while, and with suitable music, we will all slowly go to the middle of the circle and raise our hands and see all these balls of energy melt together into one ball, and then let it go into the sky.
Wow. Well, that is beautiful. So that was that choreographed in advance in some way? I mean, how do you know that that's what you will do? Is that
because we have hundreds of exercises. Some are put on paper, but some we know, because I've been teaching this for 15 years already. Wow. So I've incorporated a lot of the exercises already.
Yes.
And you choose, as a teacher, you choose a team and you choose musics and exercises, and you bring those together. And it's something which lasts for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Boy, that sounds just wonderful, Greet. Just beautiful.
Yeah, but well, if you're over here, you should come and join a session. That would be great.
Well, it sounds like it. Maybe we could incorporate it with or have it as a preface, so to speak, to a golden civilization conversation.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, what a beautiful exercise! And so it's filled with exercises like that.
Yes. Some are very simple, like we start in a circle, holding hands in the circle, connecting to the circle, it's about the human tribe, really. It's bringing back to people a sense of community, which is something which is also, I think, very important in the concept of a golden civilization, this sense of community which we are losing.
Yes. Well, it sounds as if it has a series of rituals, of ritualized exercises that are fresh and creative, and that you come together, and that each of those exercises, it sounds, is a way of connecting ourselves either to the planet or to each other or to community.
Indeed, yes.
And what a wonderful thing to have as a regular way of orienting for any organization.
Indeed, yes. We've been trying to bring it into the workplace, but it's a bit of a challenge there.
Into what space? Into the workspace. Yeah, I bet it is.
Yes.
I bet it is. I bet it is. Yeah, yeah. But maybe that will change. That's one of the things I keep thinking about as I've done these conversations now all over the world, I think that there are both interior places that would need to change if we're going to do it in a generation, and external
Indeed, yes.
ways. And what you're describing with Biodanza is a kind of an intermingling of the two. That
Indeed, yes.
that it is something that impacts the inner space and the one's relationship with whatever we're relating to in the world. But it strikes me as well, it'd be wonderful. One of the things I've thought about is how do we bring into our institutional structures, our work structures, as you say, how do we bring into them a human heart so that it's at the center of work activity? Even though we have to make a profit to keep the organization going, even though we have a particular mission to the world, how do we make sure that the human heart is there and that it's responsible and responsive to all the different communities that this organization interfaces with? And it strikes me that Biodanza would be one of the ways that you might do that.
Indeed.
Not by law, but just by ritual.
Indeed, yes.
Yeah.
There's an exercise which I love to do in a work context, which is, it's about trust, because you can talk a lot about trust, but then it stays something mental. But in this exercise, which you do in twos, one of the people closes their eyes, and the other one guides them by putting one hand at the back of the person, and then so you walk together, and one of the people is like blind and has to trust the person who's guiding. And then what you do, you change, because there's other couples walking through the space.
Wow.
And then you change. And then the person who's being guided doesn't know who is guiding him or her. This is very interesting, because I mean, this is about trust, really.
Yeah. Wow. And how many times do you change?
Not too often, because you have to, well, even if you don't see the other person, you have to, you need the time to create a relationship between the two of you. So that takes a little bit of time. So you don't change too often in that exercise, but a few times, yes.
So how do you know that that relationship has been created between the two of you?
Well, you can sense if trust is there or not.
Yeah. So that's what. So as the guider, you're determining that, and then if you feel that trust is there, do you look to see if there's someone?
No, it's in fact the teacher or the facilitator who invites for the changes.
I see. Yeah. Wow. Well, wonderful. What a wonderful exercise. Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything else that you'd like to say on this topic and of a golden civilization, or of your life and family?
No, but well, what I realized now through talking to you is that it's very important to ask the right questions. It's like in life, it's what we do in life planning as well, of course. If you ask the right questions, then answers will come which really matter. Yeah. But it's about really asking the questions that matter.
Yeah.
Like your question, how can we do this in just one generation?
Yeah. So that feels like it's the right question.
Yes. Because that narrows it down and makes people aware of, yes, of course, let's just imagine it's possible. And if so, which steps are we to take? Beautiful.
I would love to come to Belgium and do one of these, and would love to hear if you do another one spontaneous, whether it's on the beach or with Biodanza, or with your family. I'd love to hear.
But let me know when you're planning to come. Huh?
I will. In fact, I know I'm going to come. I'll be in America the week after Easter, and then I'm going to spend a week in London after that, and then so it's really from the last few days of April through the first 3 weeks of May that I have some flexibility. So so if you see some possibility of gathering, that would be wonderful. That would be wonderful.
Okay, good. Good.
Good. Give my
Thank
best to Willie. I miss you both, and I'm so glad to hear about your life together. And Biodanza sounds like it's something I should experience.
Yes, you should. Indeed. Indeed.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Greet.
Very welcome. Nice to talk to you, George.
See you soon. Always nice to talk with you. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.